Good day, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. My name's SheepDog74, and let's get into this one then. So yes, we're back on SnowRunner once again. And yeah, the last two episodes were a crazy one, to be honest. Because, I mean, I recommend you check them out before continuing with this one to get the full picture. But we built the first part of the drill site. So first site's been constructed down there in Global Progress for Michigan, North America. We did that. And so now today's plan, I think, is to basically um, refuel all these trucks and get them set and ready for more expeditions. Have a look at some of the work that we could be doing, and then yeah, maybe get a few or one or two missions done, depending on how quickly we get everything else done. There could just be some quite easy ones still left in Smithfield Dam, since we've been focusing on other things. Maybe there's one there that we can get. I feel like most of these in Black River are ones which kind of require an off-road truck, which we just don't have at the moment. We yeah, check out the last video, but you'll see why it was such a struggle, uh, particularly in this part here, this part here, and this part here. So yeah, but the first thing to do is we're going to try and winch this. We're gonna try and winch um, this this thing over here, this trailer, so that we can get some fuel. In fact, actually, it might be a better idea to just use. I don't have any fuel in it. Okay, let's grab some from the Fleet Star then. And instead, can we get a winch point? Nope, not quite. Okay, but the GMC is not as stuck in the mud over there, so we might be able to grab it. I mean, if things go really badly, then um, I will just decide to recover these trucks, since there isn't anything that we need to actually be here for to do with them. But I just kind of wanted to yeah, at least try and get out without using the recovery. It's not quite able to make it at the moment. Oh, there we go. Oh, I don't want to tip it though. Okay, it's in a bit of a weird state there. I mean, I guess if we do tip it, it's not the end of the world, because we can always untip it. Mainly, I just want the fuel to be near us. There we go. Stop engine. So we'll refuel from the maintenance tray, which has loads of fuel in it. And then either, hopefully we can just refuel from here. Yes, we can. Nice. So Fleet Star's all filled up. Change to the White Western Star. And can that grab fuel from there? No. Okay, well, we'll extract it from the GMC and do it that way. Right, there we go. So that is all of our trucks now refueled. Now, I think the best truck to get out will be the White Western Star, and hopefully once we're out with one truck we can get the others out. So let's put on all drive here and just try and make it out of the mud. And then the idea is that we'll bring each truck over. We'll bring each truck over to the base. Okay, that's gonna tip it. Yeah, we'll bring each truck over to the base with a trailer, so the GMC can have this trailer. I can use the White Western Star with the that one over there, the long load one, and then the Fleet Star can just bring the maintenance trailer back and sell it. so that is the idea. I feel like we're nearly out. There we go. There we go. Nice, nice. So now we're going to drive around this way and hitch up to the long trailer. If I don't hit a flipping stump that I didn't see. Right, hitched up there. So now if we start moving this way, then we can kind of use the idle body of this truck over here to get the Fleet Star out, and then get from the Fleet Star get the other things out. So if I do that and then reverse up here, and can we winch the maintenance trailer towards us? Hopefully it'd be also quite cool to unflip it here as well, but if not, then we can just basically do this. Ouch, nope, not that. There we go. And that unflips it. Oh, almost flips it the other way again. And then from that point to there, we can winch the trailer closer. There we go. So now that one's attached, and then what I want to do is switch back to this one actually, and then attach to there and pull ourselves out over this way to then make enough room for the other truck to move out and make basically kind of a conga line, just so that we're out of the dirt. And then once we're out of the dirt, I feel like all these trucks should be capable enough to make their way back to base. So yeah, that is the plan. Now the only awkward part is this trailer, because this trailer is not facing the correct way, where we can then attach like up to here and then attach. There we go. Right, there we go. Oh my god. Okay, I knew it was a bit of a steep angle, but I was like, oh my god, we're about to tip there. Okay, right. Oh, I've lost the option to change to the truck up there. No, I want to change to the White Western Star. There we go. Right, so yeah, now we're just going to pull the White Western Star out. Just get a little bit forward here so that we're out of the way. Yeah, I'm going to do the GMC first, because I don't feel like it will have enough capability to get all the way without the help of the other two trucks. At least it's the least likely to, or should I say the most likely to need help. So, oh, there's a stump there. Okay, it's going to take a while to maneuver all these trucks out of the way, but eventually we will get there, fellas, don't you worry. Right, nearly out, finally. This truck is just awful without all-wheel drive and any upgrades really. Diff lock doesn't really help for the most part. Yeah, this truck is just, it's not it. That's why I wanted to use it as a fuel truck, but when we got a 3-part mission like this, it's better than the Kodiak, which has no upgrades, I don't think, at least that we've unlocked. So yeah, it's just struggle town the entire way along here. But once we get on the road, we should be fine. It's just actually getting to the road that's going to be the issue for today. The other main obstacle, of course, is going to be the bridge. No idea if this truck's going to be able to cross the bridge with how slow it's going at the moment, and we're not even on that rough terrain. So Yeah, God help us when we reach the bridge. Honestly, we might need an escort the entire way for this truck, because it is not it. Here we go, bit of gravity on our side now. Try and switch to this side of the mud path. Slowly making our way through here, burning quite a bit of fuel, but again, we do have quite a lot in that trailer that we acquired in the start of this episode. Use the winch just to drift onto the bridge. Come on. There we go, now the rear tyres are on, we should get a bit of momentum and be able to cross the bridge a bit better. And let's stick to the left side over here. There we go, powering on through until we aren't. And then we need yeah. Oh, okay, trailer's decided it wants to tip. And our truck is also nearly wanting to do that as well. Okay, we're going to we're gonna use the White Western Star here to just pull on through this first part and move the GMC across. Hopefully the Fleet Star shouldn't have any issues since it has an all-drive upgrade, so we should be able to make it, but again we might have to come back here with the White Western Star to help it out, but the main thing is that we get across it at least. Right, we're going to pull up to here and then change the GMC and just winch out this way with the White Western Star's help. So let's try and do a quick winch to just about get it out of the real deep stuff. Then it can be on its way again. Oh, come on. Right, there we go, finally out of the bridge there. So hopefully now the GMC can recover home without any issues. Already starting to have some issues though. Oh, come on. I know the White Western Star is kind of in the way a little bit here, but the GMC just cannot move for the life of it. Honestly guys, this truck is just such a workout, like come on dude, just drive anywhere please, I'm begging you. Does not want to move no matter what you do. You have to use just so much winch power to get it moving. And even when it does get moving, you just get stuck again 5 seconds later. It's like, it's craziness. It's craziness. It's going to take forever, this trip. Finally starting to get going though with this truck, but I just know that there's still a few areas here where this truck's just gonna get stuck. So yeah, it's kind of hard. I wanted to talk about some subjects today, but so far I won't be doing it while we're piloting the GMC because I just know it's gonna get stuck and I'm gonna be interrupted basically. constantly by this truck because of how awful it is. Please, I'd say, but please, why did you put the upgrades for this truck so late on in the game to the point where it's just not useful anymore? Like, the GMC is so bad. I don't know why they did it this way. Especially because it's like one of the first trucks you get as well. So, you know, you gotta make people want to actually use it and not just get frustrated with it and sell it. Because I'm on the verge of wanting to sell it, but I want to obviously keep a record of all of our trucks that we use in this series, so I won't sell it. But if this was a normal playthrough, I probably would have sold it already. Like, obviously one that I'm not on YouTube for, I would have sold this truck. Because, yeah, it's so awful until you get the upgrades. But at that point, you probably have enough money to buy the truck and the upgrades and buy a better truck in the meantime. So, or, you know, save for a better truck anyway. So, and just sell some of the other poor ones as well, like the Kodiak C70, which again just gets his upgrades way too late. So, and there'll probably be others in the future that we'll come across that will have similar ideas to them, where we just want to have them for the money basically. But like I said, I'm not going to sell any trucks. We're going to keep going no matter what truck we get, and eventually we will get home in this one and probably won't use it for a bit because, yeah, really frustrating truck. But we'll see if we can do any upgrades to it to help it, since again we do have quite a bit of cash. So if I can fix some of these trucks, then great, but if not, then it's bye bye for the GMC, at least for its usage. Finally made it to just the fuel station, which took long enough. There we go, refuel there, get away from the copyright music. And again, I would usually take the left path, but this truck just isn't good enough to take it, I don't think. So we're going to go down towards the farm and then take a left down here and head through the farm that way, because it's got a little, well, A, it's downhill, and B, the mud spots aren't as bad on it. It's mainly the worst part is the farm itself, but we can kind of avoid some of those parts I found, so yeah, that's what the hope is. But the other two trucks should be able to go through and into the mud pit. So if we take this route instead, I think this is a path. Well, it's a path to the garage. I guess we'll try it, but this could be famous last words here on whether this path is good or not. Maybe I should have just gone straight through the farm, but you never know. There does seem like there's a fair amount of trees, to be fair, that can help us get out. So, but not off to a flying start there with already getting stuck. Right, we are getting through this pathway somehow, and it's not been terrible because of all the trees, but it's not been pretty either so far, because yeah, we're about to get into even more muddy part. I mean, there's a water segment at some point that we have to get through. Can't tell if it's this part or if it's a little bit further up, but either way that's going to be a challenge. But we are chugging along at the moment. Right, we're nearly out of the worst part, which is the massive puddle. So I can see my garage, it's in sight. It's just, yeah, it's just about actually getting to there, which is going to be the issue. Right, nearly there, just got to hit the paved road and then we should be all good. Come on, gotta hit it with the back tyres. Come on, hit it with the back tyres. Yes, there we go. Whew, we have made it, guys. We made it back to the base with the GMC. That was not easy. Yeah, just going to quickly check though whether I should sell this trailer or not, because I don't actually know how many cargo trailers we have left. Well, yeah, actually we got one right there, so if we really need one in this area, then we've got it covered. Let's just check the other map. There is a trailer there and a trailer there. Should we need it as well, so... And there's just a trailer store here anyway. So... And obviously a trailer store there. So yeah, I reckon we can sell this one. So let's get rid of it. There we go, get a bit of money for it. And then we'll park this one up and get the other two over, which should be a much easier time. Right, let's do the Fleet Star now, because that's the next one which I think will have some issues, but definitely not nearly as many issues as what the GMC had. So yeah, I think this is going to be a better off truck than the GMC for the route. So that should be all good. Just got to get out of this area, which is a bit hit or miss, but then yeah, I think all the way after the bridge, once again, it should be all good all the way home. So yeah, I'll see once we're getting a bit more of a move on, I think. Wow, okay, right, well, nearly across the bridge. Definitely not been as bad as the GMC, that's for sure, for getting across. Bit of a splash there with some engine damage as well, but yeah, might need to call now on the services of the White Western Star. We'll see though, we might be able to winch our way out of this one with all-wheel drive as well. Just gotta make sure we don't tip either, which is easier said than done. Kind of a shame that all of the winch points are on this side though, that is a little bit of an annoyance. So it does mean that... Oh, the trailer is flipped, that is great. It's a little bit further and then we're probably out and we can get underway. Right, there we go. Just about out. Still spinning a little bit off the tyres, but once we get a move on here, there we go. We should get out of the deep stuff and be able to move away. Come on. Come on, truck. You can do it, just get over this hill. And from about here should be smooth sailing. Hopefully. Yes. Okay. Sailing at least, but not necessarily the quickest, but still sailing, which is a lot more than I could say for the GMC, which needed a winch every time. But anyway, hopefully it's not too far into this episode at this point. I've been recording for ages, but yeah, hopefully it's not too fast at the moment. Anyway, now that we're hopefully not cutting as much because we're underway, Yeah, I can kind of talk. So I'm actually doing this video very late on in the night. It is literally 11:21 at the moment, PM. Um, and I have the volunteering work tomorrow, which so I need to be up for 7:30. So this video will likely come out on Tuesday. I'm recording it on Monday. It'll probably come out on Tuesday, assuming that I feel fine to edit it once I get home tomorrow. But yeah, this is my last week at the volunteering at the agency that I'm working for. It's been a really, really good experience. And I'm glad that I've done it over the summer rather than just sitting in and playing games and not being social at all and stuff, because yes, this is going to be my last ever like summer where I have like loads of weeks off without like interruption, unless after uni you decide to just be unemployed for ages and not be actively searching for a job. Then yeah, sure, then I suppose you're... Oh, hello. Oh, okay, I think the power cables are getting to us there. Yeah, unless you're not like actively searching for a job and you're kind of just sitting at home, still, you know, not doing anything productive with your life, then this is my last ever summer, which is crazy to say. But I'm glad that I still spent it doing something productive, while also having a decent amount of days off as well. So it's obviously meant I haven't been able to do the 5 videos a week thing that I did last summer when I played Burnout Paradise and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered. So I haven't been able to do that this time, but I have still had a good time, and I still think I've done a decently good job, especially compared to previous years, excluding the last year. But to previous years, I've been posting consistently enough, usually a video a week, sometimes 2, occasionally 3, more towards the start I was posting 3 times a week, but over the last few weeks I've sort of slacked a little bit and just done 1 or 2 posts a week. But hopefully you guys are still enjoying those posts. But yeah, it's just been, yeah, it's been a good experience though, and it's helped me get a better understanding of life in an agency. So yeah, I've had a really good time there. But it's got to come to an end because in a few weeks, like, I think I go back like on the... I'm going to be doing Thursday and Fridays now as well, as long as that doesn't change before I come back. But Thursday and Fridays is when I'm going to be going into uni. Last year, of course, it was Monday and Tuesday. So videos will potentially be different if I have enough time to do them. Because yeah, that's been an issue for uploading, is just not having enough time when I'm also doing uni work, because uni work does demand a lot of time from you, to the point where sometimes I don't even play like many hours of games, let alone play games for videos and edit them and stuff like that. So, but let's quickly grab some fuel here. There we go, a little drive by, and then we'll head down this way because this way is quicker to the garage and this truck can actually handle it, unlike the GMC. So but yeah, I'm back in a few weeks time, so I'll have like 2 or 3 weeks where I won't have any work to do. I won't have any commitments to go to either. And then it will be eventually back to doing uni work, which will take up a lot of time. So yeah, hopefully I can record a good chunk of videos in those 2 to 3 weeks, but I won't promise anything because I know I'll say that and then I end up just relaxing for most of it. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for the next few weeks. So yep, got all that to look forward to. Now we're nearly back at the garage with this truck, so because of that I want to skip forward ahead a little bit here while we're on the slower part. Here we go though, rapid speed through the mud. We just about are gonna make it, I think. Are we? Yep, yep, we just about are going to, because we're about to touch the paved stuff. Well, this isn't paved, but it acts as paved. Come on. There you go. We got one wheel on, back set of wheels on, trailer on, and now we can just cut across onto the proper paved stuff. And we'll, again, sell this trailer so we get a bit of extra money. And send the Fleet Star into the garage. So let's just head to the trade store over here and sell. Can't sell this that you can't sell trailer that is required for objective. Oh, so at some point I guess we need to use this trailer in an objective, I guess. Hopefully we don't have to take it all the way back to the drill site. If not, then we have done this good service of at least bringing it to the garage so we can just, you know, teleport to it when we like. But if not, then that is going to be a bit of a problem, but that's for another day. So anyway, if we head on over into the White Western Star, then we can do the final leg of today's journey and bring this one home. This one should have little to no issues because of how strong it is, even with this massive long trailer. So yeah, don't really have to worry about that, but there off in the distance is our handiwork in building the drill site there. Quite a skyscraper compared to the rest of the environment here. But yeah, 33% done on the main story-ish. There's not really a main story, but you know, main story-ish of this map, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, let me tell you why I've only just remembered today to record a video, because that was the reason why I'm doing it so late here. It's because I literally forgot to record videos on today, Monday. I kind of remembered it was a Monday, but didn't realise, oh yeah, I need to record videos today. So that's why we're doing it so late on. But the reason why is because not only did I do the COD Easter egg for Black Ops 6, which is pretty cool, that was a really tough one. So yeah, I'd recommend using a gun like the Maelstrom. The Mr. Peaks field upgrade was actually really cool. It seemed to come back quite quickly as well, so that's a solid option as well if you're not using Frenzy Guard or Ether Shroud, or you're in a squad. Then you know, one of you can use Mr. Peaks, the field upgrade, because yeah, that actually worked quite well today with the boss fight, and also that Ether Blade as well, which is another cool little thing from the Reckoning map. But yeah, that took up a decent amount of time today, and after that I must have finished that around 4ish. Had about an hour off where I was just watching YouTube and stuff, just relaxing a bit, because Easter eggs are stressful, man, especially like the boss fights for them, and particularly that one as well. That was a toughie, but it was the last one pretty much in the game, because they're not going to add any more maps in, so they're all focusing on Black Ops 7, which I probably won't get, but you know. Black Ops 6 was still solid. I think I still slightly prefer Cold War over Black Ops 6. That is somewhat rose tinted glasses though, because there are objective things which are better in Black Ops 6, but I don't know, I just didn't enjoy it as much. So yeah, I don't know. And yeah, high rounds was so much easier on Cold War, it felt like as well, because there were just good spots, whereas there's not really any massively good spots without having lots of setup on any of the Black Ops 6 maps. So, um, but do I say this? Yeah, I'll say it. I think that the Black Ops 6 maps had a better settings than Cold War ones, but um, yeah. Either way though, enough zombies chat. The main reason, which literally lasted from like 5 till 8, was I got out my old Warhammers and investigated a little bit on what I had and things like that. Because like when I was younger and I went to the club at my school, which did Warhammer 40,000, which is what I've got, I collected loads of Death Watch, but I I got a bunch, but I wasn't truly invested, so I didn't. I built more than I painted, but I didn't really paint all that much, and I didn't build. I had quite a like I have like 3 or 4 boxes which are still unbuilt. Also, maybe a little bit less. Some of them are just boxes which are like I've built 4 out of the 10 soldiers you get or something, and I just haven't done the rest. So it's stuff like that, and I was basically just surveying because I'd forgotten what some of the units that I bought. I knew I had some aggressors, I knew I had some hellblasters, I knew I had a watchmaster, the veteran squad. I knew I had the redemptor dreadnought. I also have a venerable dreadnought, but I'm not going to use the venerable dreadnought because it's no good and it's a firstborn thing. So it'll probably go to legends soon, I imagine. Maybe in 11th edition, which isn't too far away. Um, so yeah, I was basically just looking at that. I installed an app. I think is it called Next Scribe, something like that. I can't remember. You have to look it up. Some Next something anyway. And I just basically put in how like all of my units just to see how many pieces they'd cost. And yeah, it came to about, well, excluding Kill Team Cassius, which I knew I had, but it's gone to Legends now, which basically means you can't use it in most games, because most rules say you can only use current stuff, whereas Legends is stuff that's kind of old. Um, in terms of that, I've got about 1,100 points of usable stuff, so I need to sort out them a bit, figure out how I can use them well, and then I can use them in games and stuff like that, which would be really cool once that starts happening. But anyway, we've got to the garage here, so let's get customizing a little bit. Now we have a engine upgrade for this truck. Do I want to use it though? I don't think so. I don't feel like this truck is like doesn't have good enough power at the moment. Gearbox, we don't have the high range or the off-road. We need to find that really, because that would be really good to have as the off-road gearbox. Ray suspension we should hopefully get soon. I don't know where it is though. But the tyres though, now the tyres we can actually use because, I mean, we need these for the best tyres because they have better suspension, but the UOD 2s for the off-road tyres are the best tyres that you can get in like all terrains, not including all terrain, but you know, all terrain general purpose for off-road, which is 95% of this game. These are the best tyres, so we are going to buy and equip those tyres on the White Western Star, just so that when it does get into mud, it should be able to get itself out. Um, we do have the extended medium winch unlocked. Extended length trunk winch setup. The added rope length may not be as impressive as the scout winches, but still helps with crossing more barren areas. Yeah, yeah, we might have to hold fire on that one still because I feel like there are better winches to get, especially for the cost that this is 11,000. We just don't really have that. Um, Diff lock engageable, not yet. Spare wheel we can't get anyway, but don't really want to get it. Can't get a snorkel. We could buy back rear-wheel drive, but that would be the dumbest decision I've ever done. And we will put on the crane for sure. And do I want to put on the sideboard bed for this truck? We might hold fire actually, because this truck is actually quite optimized for saddle low. So yeah, we'll use saddle low for the moment with the crane. Okay, so the White Western Star's done. The Fleet Star, yeah, I know I can upgrade and customize. We've put in the slightly better engine, but we have to again wait for that. We have to wait for this. We have the raised suspension. Now tires, we want to put on the best tires, the UOD 2s. This time slightly bigger tires, 45-inch tires, because we have the raised suspension. Again, same story with the winch. All of that stuff is probably going to be, yeah, same story. Now saddle high, I want to get rid of the saddle high because it's no good. Crane and sideboard bed is what we need at the moment. This truck isn't good at high, and nor do we really need high that often, so there you go, that'll do for that one. And then we have the best engine for the GMC and it still sucks that bad? Jesus, okay. Alright, I guess we'll put on the best tyres for it. Let's put on the 47-inch UOD 2s. There we go, so that should help. Again, same story with the winch, the diff lock, the spare wheel, the snorkel. It doesn't have all drive at the moment because we don't have the DLC that gives it all drive. And we will unequip the sideboard bed and instead equip the maintenance frame add-on. And if we head back to the White Western Star, do I want to keep it? Or do I want to just do sideboard bed? Oh, we'll keep it for the moment. But if we need a mission, then we always have a sideboard bed ready with no added cost. So, but yeah, that is pretty good going for that episode. Glad that we were able to get all the trucks back. Again, we could just press recover, but it's actually good that we got all of the trailers out of there, I guess. So, yeah, but last episode when we did complete the not a drill mission, we didn't really have a look at what unlocked us. So let's see, out of the old, that requires stuff from Smithfield Dam. Is that actually in Smithfield Dam though? Locked, saddle hires required. No, it's in Drummond Island, so okay. So that eventually we will have to go to Drummond Island at some point and do that. Harbour delivery. Again, some point we have to do that. Discover Island Lake and Drummond Island. Instruments of development. Yeah, so quite a few things that we need other things to do. Husky Forwarding did give us a different mission though, so we got work for Old Sweat, which we did have a part over there, the concrete slab. So nearly-ish done on that one. Winter stores though, I think that's one that is different. So winter's closing in. Soon it'll be impossible to get supplies into the base. The rig will keep drilling no matter what, but a fat lot of good it'll do if we run out of food and equipment. Help us out. Maintenance trailer, so... Oh... Hang on. If we track that, accept... Yeah, it's this maintenance trailer here. I see. Okay, so that might be something that we do in the next episode. Is just bring the maintenance trailer along, at least over here, and also grab vehicle spare parts too. To be fair, that is one that you could kind of do like two for the price of one and deliver both at the same time. So maybe we do that mission potentially. That could be one which would be good. The essentials, bringing that stuff over there. That's all available stuff from Smithfield Dam, so we can get stuff from the warehouse, drilling site, and the fuel station to do that one. So fair enough. Winter stores, work for Old Sweat. Material order, is that one that we didn't do? Let's see. So concrete slab to go there to the quarry. Or concrete slab, sorry, to the service hub. Then deliver stuff to the preacher's house, which is there, and quarry, which is there. So okay, and then all of these are locked still. This is all basically log stuff as well. Yeah, these are all like, yeah, to go to other places. So yeah, okay, well, and we also have contests that we're not going to do yet. Across the river, don't have an off-road truck. Michigan Trail, we could do that one, but uh, yeah, yeah, not really on the top of the list. Unlucky Fisherman, again, could potentially do that with a White Western Star, but not on the top of the list. And Threatening Accent, that could be one that we do, but we'll see. We shall see. Anyway, though, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. So if you did enjoy, be sure to go ahead and hit the like button. Comment, and if you enjoy below, subscribe, you enjoy my content. Give me some constructive criticism as well down below. But until then, this has been Chief Dog 74, and I'll see you guys in the next one.